Good afternoon, everyone. We'll just wait for a few more seconds. So you'll be settled in, get notepads, pen and paper ready to go for this interactive, informative webinar in how to create a business plan for your small business. Some general housekeeping items. This is a recorded webinar, so in case if you have to step out, answer a phone call, don't worry. All participants will be receiving today's presentation and the recording at our from today's recording at a YouTube channel. So definitely encourage you to like and subscribe, as we have a plethora of a library of previous webinars to assist you with your business needs and also enhancing the conversation with our business navigator consultants. Also, it's a good opportunity for you to introduce yourself. What type of business do you have? Do you have a business plan? Are you developing one? Where are you in the stage in your business plan journey? Like that, throughout today's presentation, we could have some examples and get more tools for your toolbox to have those aha moments in today's webinar. If you have any questions, strongly encourage you to put them in the Q&A. So like that, throughout today's webinar, we'll be more than happy to moderate them and answer those questions on your behalf. So once again, I want to thank you all for attending today's webinar. Allow me to introduce you my colleague, Gina Ortella from the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce, and will briefly provide some information, some guidance of some programs, initiatives that they have going on for the fall. So Gina, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Jesus. Good afternoon, everyone. And on behalf of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce, I would like to welcome you to the webinar, How to Create Your Business Plan. I think this is going to be a very informative webinar, and so to get the tools to be able to apply for either loans, get ready for loans or business grants. So I'm very excited to participate in this webinar. The Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce has been around since 1974, providing assistance to Black and Brown businesses in the Miami-Dade County, and we have a TA department, which is technical assistance, and what we do, we provide technical assistance in the area of business planning, or whether you need help with your marketing strategy, or you want to understand the process of government contract. And in general, we always try to help you to get ready to be bankable, or to get ready to have your back of the house in order. So as I said, we are available to assist you in all different areas of your business, and as well as through the Navigator program, connect you with other resources, business resources in Miami-Dade. And also, I wanted to make sure to also mention that we have several, we have workshops as well as training that are coming up. And we do have something that I think is also great, is like every Tuesday from 4 to 5, we have a small business meetup that we do, where we discuss all different topics of how to run your business, and we also bring resources and business opportunity that as they come up throughout the year. So I put the QR code here, which makes it easy, so you can sign up for our small business meetup. And as well, I wanted to make sure to mention about our upcoming next webinar that we have, which will be Thursday, September the 21st, at 10 o'clock. And we're going to, now is with this day and age, we talk about, how we use AI in your marketing. So we're going to delve in that topic and talk about digital strategies for marketing, as well as how to implement AI in improving your marketing strategies. So I think that's it for me. I wanted to make sure that also next Friday we are part of the ABLE, the Miami's Open for Business program, and we're gonna have a pre-loan session for the ABLE loan. So that's next Friday. So make sure also to sign up if you're interested and you qualify for the Miami Open for Business loan. So I wanted to make sure to mention that as well. But in general, we are here. We are here to help you. I think this is going to be a great webinar, and we are here to help you with your business plan, help you with your strategies, and reach out to us.
Thank you, Gina. And I'm assuming all the easy questions that come to me, the hard questions will go to Gina. I think that's the understanding of
Yeah, I'll be
today's
happy to
webinar.
answer.
But at the same time, the good thing is that part of the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce is under the Miami-Dade Business Navigator program, and they have two excellent consultants on Matthew Pigot and Gina Ortella that are also to assist you, along with a plethora of consultants under the Navigator program, which I'll briefly discuss in a few more slides. So definitely Gina will be putting some of the links of the upcoming events, also forms of how to communicate with Gina and with Matthew. By all means, it's the connectivity, the connections, and the networking opportunities as well. And also, this is a good opportunity for to like, subscribe, and also follow them on their social media channels on Instagram, Facebook, on YouTube. So definitely it's a good opportunity for you to know what exciting programs they have. Strongly encourage you to participate their Tuesdays meetup. It's definitely informative, and it's about creating that ecosystem for your business needs. So I want to thank you all for attending today's webinar. Once again, my name is Jesus Padilla. I am the Manager of Administrative Services here at the Florida SBDC at FIU. And I'll briefly discuss what is the Miami-Dade Business Navigator program. It is funded through a cooperative agreement through the U.S. Small Business Administration. It was established in part of the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021 that uses that community navigator approach to help you, the small business owners. The program is comprised as a lead hub. It is the Florida SBDC at FIU, at a network, at the center of network spoke organizations that deploy community advocates to work with the small businesses. The focus is placed on businesses owned by veterans, women, as well as socially, economically, and disadvantaged individuals. Along with the Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce and the Florida SBDC at FIU, we also have 5 additional service providers under the umbrella of the Miami-Dade Business Navigator program. We have Ascendis, we have Branches, the EDC of South Miami-Dade, Prospera, Startup FIU Procurement. All these 7 organizations are able to assist you at no cost if it's access to capital, marketing, networking opportunity, business planning, how to start your business, different operations and strategies. All of these consultants are able to assist you, once again, at no cost. So it's a good opportunity for you to connect with them, reach out to us, and we'll be able to assist you with your business needs and goals. A perfect example, have you already started thinking of your 2024 goals as we speak? So it's a good opportunity for you to start implementing some of those strategies so you can have a head start instead of waiting until January 1st. The overall focus on this Navigator network, it is on 3 key pillars, which is the consulting, mentoring, and trainings. This program is for businesses that are physically located here in Miami-Dade County, but if you're located in Palm Beach, Broward, Monroe County, we'll be more than happy to assist you. But if your business is outside of the Quad County region, don't worry, send us an email. My email will be in the chat, and I'll be able to connect you with your local small business resource. Yes, how can you have access to the Navigator program? Yes, there is a link in the chat that my colleague Diana will be putting the link throughout today's webinar. This is a good opportunity for you once again to like, subscribe our YouTube channel, follow us on our social media channels, as we have multiple events now until at this moment through the end of October. But definitely let us know what workshops are you interested, and we'll be more than happy to tailor one and create one for you. If one business owner has one need, multiple business owners will have the same need as well. So we want to assist you. We want to be your voice and boots in the ground to assist you with that area. Definitely visit our social media channels and visit our website to get to know more of our navigators, but also our resource partners that we also have been working closely under this exciting program. So we'll go ahead and get started with today's objectives of creating your business plan. Some of the key areas that we'll be discussing, it is the definition of a business plan, explaining those key components of a business plan, followed by how to apply those business planning principles and designing those best practices when creating a business plan. So show of hands, or you can put it in the chat, how is your experience in the business planning? Have you developed one already? Do you need to update it? Are you starting in the what phase are you in the business plan, and how is your experience in developing? We'll save 30 seconds right now. Starting, don't have one. Okay. Starting, needs updating. Need to update it. Perfect. And how is your experience? Is it overwhelming? Is it fun? Is it boring? How do you feel when I say business planning? Okay. Yes. And that's fun and exciting. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. So what I want you to what I want you to focus, the stress, leave it outside the door. I don't want you to be stressed. I want you to have fun. I want you to be loose. I want you to have fun. So this is a good opportunity. And the good thing is that you're not alone. We have consultants that can guide you through that process and take that stress away. Okay. So we want to make it easy, make it fun, but at the same time, we want to break it down by pieces so you'll be able to accomplish all your goals and visions that you have set forth for your business. Okay. So I don't want you to be as this Lego person. I want you to be smiling. I want you to be stress-free. So start to plan. How we do so? It's don't let the idea of drafting the plan delay your opportunity to move forward. Focus on how you can get the idea out of your head onto the paper. This is where many entrepreneurs lose track when it comes to drafting that business plan, because it's overwhelming. It's stressful. You have to start somewhere. It's just like thinking of running a marathon. Man, I have to run 26 miles. But if you start running a 5K, a 10K, a half marathon, that's how you're able to build that momentum, the snowball effect. And before you know it, you're running 26 miles like if it's nothing. So definitely don't let the idea delay the opportunity for you to move forward. Okay. So having this blueprint for success, it is where you provide that framework of your business. No two businesses, no two industries are the same. So right there, you're able to declare what is your vision and showcases necessary steps to fulfill that vision that you have outlined, and it serves as a roadmap for your business. A good business plan helps you navigate your business towards your strategic direction. Yes, if you have any questions, just strongly encourage you to put them in the Q&A, and throughout the webinar, I'll be able to answer those questions. So to put this into perspective, the components of a business plan, it will explain who you are, why you're in business, what you do, how you do it, where you operate, how you generate profits, who are your customers, and why is your business important. No one knows your business better than you. So it's a good opportunity for you to explain it, create that story, that narrative as to why you're in business, why you do it, how do you do it, where you operate. If you have someone to generate for you a business plan, they don't have that emotional, that vision, the heart and soul of what you would like to entail. So having it, you write it yourself and having like a draft, and we have consultants that will be able to guide you through the journey. That definitely makes it like a nice touch and fruits of your labor to be successful. It is designed to communicate a specific target audience. It could be the internal stakeholders and the external stakeholders. And the internal stakeholders are the employees, the management team, to know your mission, your vision, as well as your target markets and your customers. Right here is provides those detailed operations of your business. As such, the operating budget, the market research, the competitor analysis, those sales lists, the product design. Well, obviously, at first, Gina was mentioning of having a business plan also helps you out for external stakeholders, as such, looking for a loan. So this is a good opportunity for you to present your business plan to potential investors, bankers, business partners. And if you're looking for a traditional loan, include the amount that you're looking for, how will the funds will be used, what will those funds will accomplish. It could be, I need $50,000 so I could start selling my pens, but I need a machine. So this will accomplish generate more pens for productions for me to sell, so I could scale my business to the next level. How do you plan to repay? And what collateral do you have to offer? So these are some questions you should always have in the back of your mind, but also answering those key questions should any of your external stakeholders have those questions to ask you. So I'm giving you the homework before the teacher gives it to you. I want you to be prepared mentally, physically, emotionally, based on what are some key questions that they will be asking you. I want you to be ready and solidify with confidence. When creating the business plan, it generally projects your goals 3 to 5 years ahead and outlines that route your company intends to take to reach its yearly milestones, including revenues. Bottom line, your business plan will always be a living, breathing document because your business will change, and your business plan should be updated to reflect those changes. A perfect example in the chat. Let's just think of your business plan if you had one in 2019. What were your goals? What were your visions for 2020, 2021, 2022? You had a trajectory. You had, these were my milestones. These were my target markets. But we all had to pivot when the pandemic started in 2020. So we had to readjust. We had to find new markets because perhaps those markets that you intend to go to or existing markets, they no longer exist or they adapted to different behaviors. So having a regular updating your business plan will reflect those changes towards your business or industry or the sector that you would like to pertain to. Yes, I have a question here in terms of collateral, meaning what we are invested into the business or cash at hand, or it could be equipment, it could be machineries, it could be the building. What collateral do you have to put up in exchange for the capital that you're seeking? You know, we have an excellent webinar that we did in terms of how to become bankable, at the same time, how to be loan ready, key questions to get necessary funds, what lenders need to know. So I will, if you send me an email, I'll be able to provide you that link for your YouTube channel of those 2 webinars that we have that will go more in depth of the collateral side, the 5 C's of credit as well. And I'll put my email address in the chat as well. Okay. That's fine. You could be a startup. That's not a problem. It's having some skin in the game that will showcase your collateral. Okay. So these are some questions you need to start asking yourself. Always have it on the back of your mind when developing your business plan. Some factors that you should definitely consider, it is, what service or product does your business provide and what needs does it fill? Who are your potential customers for your product and services, and why would they purchase it from you as opposed to your competitors? How will you reach your potential customers? Is it based on marketing strategy, going door to door, having billboards, having You could hire me and I'll be in billboards dancing around all through your streets to reach your customers. Or where will you get the financial resources to start or grow your business? No, I have a question here in regards of I don't have any collateral. Should that stop me from opening my business? No. You could definitely request a microloan just to get the ball rolling. Small investments will definitely help out. So if you don't have collateral, that's not a problem. We have other organizations that can assist you. No two businesses are the same. No two CDFIs are the same. One might be asking for collateral, might be asking for projections. So everything varies, but definitely encourage you to register to meet with our navigator team, and they'll be able to give you the best route for your business needs. With your company description, there's multiple avenues where you need to describe your business. What is the legal structure? What is your mission? What is your vision statement? The goals of the company? What are your objectives? The target market, the general overview of your product or service. How's the industry? Is it growing? Is it depleting? Is it evolving? What's your company's management and the organizational structure? Mission statement. This is where it's the action-based statement that declares the purpose of an organization or how they will serve their customers. So for example, Nike. Does anyone know what's the mission statement for Nike?
Just do it.
Yes? No. That's their slogan. Their mission statement is bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete, asterisk, in the world. But if you look at the word athlete, it is if you have a body, you're an athlete. So that is how they're able to serve their customers by bringing that innovation, the inspiration. Hey, if I buy a pair of Jordan sneakers, I could play like Mike. But at the same time, what is the vision? It is the declaration of the midterm and long-term goals stating what they want to become in the future. What do you want to be your vision as your long-term goals? For example, the Florida SBDC network, it is creating a better Florida by helping all businesses grow. But look at Southwest Airlines. What is their vision statement? What is their long-term goals that they want to become in the future? To be the world's most loved, most efficient, and most profitable airline. That is their vision. So this is a good opportunity for you to understand what is your branding strategy of your business. What do you envision your business as in down the road? And that's how you're able to create that vision statement that will be implementing your mission statement as well. Some of the business goals and objectives, please, this is where strongly encourage you to be very specific and attainable goals. If you're just like, I'm thinking just generating $1 million or everyone's gonna be my client, you have to go a little bit more specific to make sure that it's attainable, because at the same time, you want to have the realistic expectations, because this business plan could be for potential bankers and investors. So they really want to have the concrete, the nuts and bolts. At the end of the day, numbers don't lie. So they want to be as specific as possible. And it could meeting a specific level of customer satisfaction, annual sales, clients assisted. It could be anything, but it has to be specific and attainable. And if your business is already operations, describe any major accomplishments or successes. It could be government certifications. It could be government contracting. It could be new product lines, new markets that you're working with. So these are really good ways. This is how you're able to start selling me if I'm a potential banker, potential partner of your business. Along with the products and services, it is the overview of what you're offering. This is where we would discuss the descriptions, the pricing explanation. Is it monthly subscription? Is it one-time, yearly subscription? How is it? What is the competitive edge? And with this is where we're able to start talking about who is your target market. This is describing whom you'll market your product or service to, include the company's location, whether you anticipate moving to the future. This is where you're able to start pinpointing your customer segmentations as their primary and secondary markets. So perfect example, my brother just had a baby. So the baby clothes store, the baby retail stores they have two different target markets, customer segments. They have the primary and secondary markets. So they're gonna be targeting more with me as a secondary because they know that I'll be buying and spoiling my niece with all the clothes and all the toys, all the fun stuff, because I'm gonna be the cool uncle. So I buy the stuff from them and give it to my brother and niece. But once if I have a pleasurable and memorable experience with them, when it's my time to have a family, I already have that relationship. So now already got me hooked as a primary customer. So that's how you're able to amplify that customer experience, that customer journey, that brand experience of serving two different markets at the same time. And this is where you're able to discuss the industry. And these are some questions that you definitely have to be answering during the industry portion of the business plan. Like I said, everyone's going to be receiving today's presentation and recording. So it's an easy plug and play. Let me ask you those questions. You could answer them in the business plan draft as you're able to cover, cross the T's and dot the I's in this portion. The industry. What is your industry? Is your industry growing? Is it depleting? Just think of it like right now. And another example, beepers. Let me start selling beepers. Is it growing? Is it not growing? What changes do I foresee, and how does your company plan to take advantage of these changes? If it's everlasting, is always evolving, okay, what is my competitive analysis? What is the industry? What is the markets in the customers and marketplace are dictating? How do you compare your company to the competitors in your industry? What are you doing that they're not doing? What are they doing that you're not doing? Have a good market study, have a good analysis in based on price points. What's their marketing? Is it more door to door for them? Or are you doing emails or vice versa? At the same time, it could be more different promotions of a wider scale of demographics or segments that are doing and that they're providing versus what you're not doing. So having a good understanding of your value proposition. The value proposition is the declaration of how you're able to fulfill the everlasting competitive marketplace by standing out. So what value are you proposing to the marketplace? And by having the management structure, this is where able to that supports your company, what it does, such as how is your company organized? Is it a 5-person team? Who makes the key decisions? What is it? What is the organizational chart? What values that drive your company? How many employees do you have? What do they do? How are they paid? Do you anticipate this changing based on the landscape of the marketplace? But then at the same time, this is where we to go more in depth of the organizational structure based on providing that chart, as we discussed. If you have any principal members, any lawyers, board of directors, any advisors, list them and describe that relationship. And what are the core competencies of your business? Thank you, Naomi. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you. And no, I cannot see you. Everyone's camera is disabled, so you're good. Now, this is if you are in the cosmetics, in the food, anything that has any regulatory requirements as such, any licensing permits, write about it. But at the same time, if you have some certifications, highlight them. If I'm a veteran-owned small business, service disabled veteran small business, women-owned, minority-owned, this definitely is able to stand out. I want you to show off by having a capability statement, having all these permits, highlights of those special achievements, because this is where you're able to stand out, have the wow factor. Throughout today's webinar, I want you to have a few aha moments, but at the same time, I want you to showcase your business plan as the wow. Okay. Perfect. I love this question right here. In regards of the industry information, do you have industry studies to provide you when working regarding the industry and market research? Yes, we do. We have consultants that have access to a databases as such, the U.S. Census Bureau, the Federal Reserve, the different market studies in the city, county, based on where you want to showcase your respective business or market that you want to go to. They have access to those databases. So definitely encourage you to register for consultation, and I will be more than happy to connect you with that market research. And this is where you're able to discuss of your market, which is the foundation to your marketing. So conduct the market research to gather those facts, those opinions in an objective way about your target. It could be the industry or the potential customers. That's what I mentioned earlier with my brother and my niece. So with the market segment, it's grouping a targeted group of customers, sharing one or more characteristics that cause them to have the similar product needs, because each segment is somewhat similar in their needs and attitudes. They will likely respond similarly to those specific marketing strategy. So you have to make sure that your messaging and branding, it is the same, but it's separate so that it has different characteristics at the same token. Along with the industry, it is describe the industry where you operate, as well the potential or prospective clients for your business within that industry sector, along with your industry knowledge. No one knows the industry better than you do. So state right here based on the clearly illustrated that plan, based on what you forecast. What do you see? What's moving? What's not moving? And right here is what is your industry? Who are your competitors? Who are the key players of that marketplace? But at the same time, who are your direct competitors? So for example, I want to open up a daycare in Doral. Who are the key players in that marketplace in the 10-mile radius by Doral? These are my competitors: 1, 2, 3, and 4. What are they doing? Not doing? What's their pricing strategies? What is their marketing strategies, and so forth? But if I want to focus on my direct competitors within a 2-mile radius, and there's 1, 2 blocks away, those are my direct competitors. So having a good understanding of the industry, like that, you're able to be successful, creating that roadmap for success. Another case in point would be, I want to open up a daycare in Broward. Perfect. But there is no direct competitors. There's no competitors in my industry, my area. That's fantastic. So I'm the only one. But now you have to do a further research, and you might see, well, actually, there's no young families with children for my daycare. It's the 55 and plus older communities. So there is no kids in that area. So is this a good market, a market for you to solidify your business at? So that's where you're able to definitely play around based on which is the best opportunity for you to establish your business. Along with the industry, what are current trends, the growth, the customer preferences, the product development, how and where does your company fit along with the industry? What are some barriers of entry? And what disadvantages, advantages do you have over your competitors? So this is where you're able to do that competitive analysis and also understanding your market as well. We also have a webinar that we held a few weeks ago of understanding your customers. And then we go more in depth of that, of the consumer behavior, their understanding, their preferences on that side. So if you're interested, just send us an email and we'll be more than happy to provide you that link of that webinar as well. So I know that we were talking about where to find this information. Well, here it is, the customers tab. You can utilize free databases as such, the U.S. Census Bureau, the Department of Labor, but don't worry, it is overwhelming, those databases. While having our consultants that they do this day in, day out, they have that eye and they'll be able to solidify that research. This is what you need to focus on. So the overall goal is simple, is to identify that target market that will not just buy from you, that want to buy, not just what you want to sell them, and profile your customers. To determine the need, what your needs, your business will satisfy, answer these questions in this section. Who are your current and prospective clients? Your primary and secondary customers. What do they buy and why? Will they buy your product? This is where you need to not have the eyes of the owner, but have the eyes of the customer. Okay. What price would they pay? Everyone is price sensitive. Everyone is a consumer. So if I ask you, will you buy my little toy right here for $15? You're like, you know what? That's a little bit too priced out of my zone. But if I say, would we buy? How much would we pay for that? Buy that? Is it $10? Is it $5? So that you have an idea as how what is their price pain point. If you already exceeded that price, then it's okay. I'm already outside the circle. But if I price it too low, it might undervalue my product, and then it becomes a perception based on the quality. So it's having that sweet spot or the Goldilocks approach of the price point. Why might your customers prefer your product over the alternatives? That's when you have to have a strong value proposition, along with what market segments or groups are more likely to buy your products. So that's you're able to have that profile of the clients and start to grow as the starting point on that side. When I was doing my MBA, I had to select a business and I chose 7-Eleven because definitely 7-Eleven has a really good mindset in terms of understanding the customers. The founder of 7-Eleven, Joe Thompson, said, give the customers what they want, when, and where they want it. So by fully understanding the customers, look at the United States. 7-Eleven is a location to grab snacks, drinks, everyday products on the go. But look at Indonesia. It's a training hotspot where young people spend time, surf the web, meet their friends. In Taiwan, it's a place to service your bicycle and make photocopies. Imagine if I told my friends, hey, let's go hang out at 7-Eleven. Hey, Jesus, we love you, but find yourself new friends because that's not the place to hang out. So having a good understanding of your customers, this is where you will be successful in different marketplaces at the same time. Okay. I see a lot of good questions, so I'm excited to answer those questions. This is where you're able to start analyze, having that clear understanding of why you're in business, what you sell, and how you operate and compete. It is, what is your company providing? What products and services? What is it so unique about it? What is the important features? What will it do for the customers? How does it benefit them? And why is it better for the customer when compared to the competition? This is once again the value proposition, but at the same time have a good, compelling argument and selling your business and selling your products and services. Oftentimes, when we work with clients and they say, I have the most unique product or services, everything is important about these features. It's going to satisfy all the needs of this client, and it benefits them because I'm the best one. There's no competition, and it's a low price. That's why it's like, okay, now let's do more research. Let's unveil the current. Let's unveil the onion to make sure what is the sweet spot. What is your niche? Because if you have no competition, if it's not unique about it, and it doesn't benefit them as a whole, then let's find different ways how it could benefit them. Provide an actual need based on some pain points from the consumer. If they're not, at the end of the day, consumers will have wants and needs, and if they're not being satisfied on one particular business, you could definitely have that competitive advantage and solidify that need. So having a good understanding of profile of your clients that's replicating with your products and services to stand out in that everlasting competing marketplace. And with the products and services, describe your pricing structure. Once again, is it monthly base? Is a one-time base? How do you price your products? Do you keep inventory? What kind? How much? How is it inventory turnover? What are your suppliers? What research and development activities are you performing or planning to do? What intellectual property rights do you have for your product or service? But at the same time, this is where you're able to start having those marketing and sales strategies. How will you plan to grow your business? How will you communicate with your customers? Is it with billboards? Is it mailers? Is it direct marketing? How are you communicating with the customers? And how will you sell your product and services? It is assess how successful you are at meeting those customer needs, as well as how successful your competitors are. Once again, it's the full competitive analysis. This will definitely help you to identify potential new markets that you can successfully target. So perhaps you might have the aha moment that, wow, this could be another avenue to market my products and services I never thought about. Pivot, adapt to it. That's the one good thing about being a small business owner, that small business owners are like canoes navigating through a canal. It's easy to make a 3-point turn for this marketplace as opposed to a cruise ship trying to turn around to that marketplace. So by being adaptable and understanding your customers' wants and needs, you're able to have a good strong foot, a good foundation to satisfy those needs once again. And once again, based on the good marketing strategy, based on your market research, it will determine what customers want and what they'll pay for. And we'll briefly discuss a little bit more in depth of the marketing, the 4 P's of marketing, which is place, price, promotion, and product. And, you know, as a perfect example right here, if I have one of the best ice cream shops in town, but I don't have a good location, it's in the 7th floor of a high-rise building, you know, I have to have a lot of marketing, promotion to make sure that people will come, because if not, it's going to be the inconvenience factor of I have to, like, for parking, you have to go up, it's not pedestrian friendly. But what is the price? If I price at $50, you know, who would actually pay $50 for an ice cream that they have to have that big inconvenience? But if I have a good location, storefront, heavily pedestrian, have a good promotion as, hey, try the flavor of the month, have excellent products, and at the same time, it's very affordable on a hot sunny day, that definitely is a very successful marketing strategy that I have. With a sales strategy, this is where you could have those projections on the historical sales, industry, market research. Don't pull these numbers out of thin air. Discuss how these sales will lead to the company growth. And this also helps out having that historical trends as when is the peak season, when is the low season. Perfect example, back to school. If I'm a school uniform storefront, I know that my sales are going to be skyrocketing from July, August, and a few September, but not so much. So you see a trajectory, but sales are going to go down in November, October, January. So right there, you have to have a good historical trends in terms of the market research. What are my sales strategies? So I could stay afloat throughout the highs and lows parts of the season. Just like hospitality, like in Miami, you know that it's hot, sunny day, so people tend to go to the beach. So let me start selling more ice cream, or as opposed later in the year that it's a little bit more colder, then not many people will go to the beach. So having a good understanding of those projections, of those historical sales, you're able to have a good understanding when at the highs and lows of your business. And this will definitely lead to the company growth, having a good understanding of the funding requests to ask for any lenders, bankers, or partners, identifying the exact amount of funding that you will need to start or already start to grow the business. Focus on your financial projections. We have consultants that can assist you with the financial projections, the financial management, to include those in the business plan. Some of these items, it is, how is the funding request going to for the capital expenditures? Is it acquisitions? Is it working capital? What is the intent to use it for? Along with the strategic financial plans, situational plans, are you being acquired? Are you selling your business? Are you buying someone out? So having a good idea, this will definitely incorporate that towards the business plan and how that's going to yield the growth and pretty much the future of the business needs. With the financial projections, it explains the overall revenue forecast, when and how your business expects to make profit. That's the end goal. Everyone wants to make profit. The question is when. And also details what your marketing, operational processes, and plans will cost. Oftentimes we have clients that they say, I need $50,000 because I want to start marketing my business. But based on the conversation with our marketing consultants, like, you know, everything what you're saying is a budget of $75,000. So do you have the financial capacity to obtain that debt of 75, or the most you could get is 50? So now what can we do with the $50,000 budget? We need to cut some stuff, but what items are most important that needs to be there or mitigate to have a good return on investment based on what you're looking for in the financial side. So having a good conversation, being transparent, but at the same time, having accurate numbers will definitely yield more of a conversation and understanding what you will need to generate those revenues, to repay, and also to grow the business as well. And these are the three key important financial statements that you need: the projected balance sheet, the cash flow projections, and the profit and loss projections as well. The balance sheets, the good thing is that everyone is getting this presentation, so you will definitely have this link to create that balance sheet. So as an example, it's an easy plug and play, so you could have it for you and as a dependency in your business plan. It is where it reports the company assets, the liabilities, the shareholder equities, along with the cash flow projections. It is the money that is entering and leaving your business over a given time. It enables you to meet those existing financial obligations as well as plan for your future. And the profit and loss projections, it is the company's revenues minus the expenses running the business, the fixed expenses. It is the same expense monthly in and out. It could be the rent, it could be the salaries, it could be the insurances. The variables, it is, if anything, in terms of the equipments, like like the amount of products to sell, if you had a high season or low season, any commissions, it always varies from one month to the next. So having a good understanding of your P&Ls, it shows the inside of the cash flow of the company. It shows where the money is coming from and how it's being used. And the most important, it is the break-even analysis. It shows when the sales threshold that needs to be surpassed before the business becomes profitable. It could be 1 year, it could be 3 years, it could be 5 years. Having a good understanding of your break-even analysis definitely helps out the bankers to know when is that sweet spot to provide you the necessary funds, and that this is a really good business for the trajectory and the growth as well. Okay, so I have a few questions here. Can you please add the link to the sheet for the sheet in the chat? Everyone's getting this presentation. So once I receive the video file, I'll be able to email you the presentation and also the recording, so you will have access for these links as well. Okay. And this is where the appendices, this is where we're able to add more color, or I love cooking, so it's more seasoning to the food. The brochures, the advertising materials, the blueprints or plans, the maps, any press coverage of your business. Highlight yourself. A perfect example would be like us, like the Florida SBC FIU. What do? We provide small businesses here in Miami-Dade, Monroe County. But what presses? It's easy. We were the 2023 National SBC of the Year. So that right there, it's add more color, more depth of the caliber of our team that we have. Any materials that support our claim in the business plan. It could be certifications. It could be projects that you have done, past performances, the capability statements. If you're in the realm of government contracting, how can you stand out with the agencies? These are my projects. These are my certifications that I have done, and I'm able to assist you with to fulfill those jobs that you're providing. And at the same time, the executive summary. This is where you save the best for last. This is the first section of the business plan, but also the last section that you're right. It must be engaging. This is where you're able to have that solid evidence that your business will succeed. Get my interest, get my attention. So this is where you're able to describe briefly of summarizing each section of the business plan, your company, the products and services that you plan or you sell. What is your mission statement, the management organizational structure, the target market, the ideal customers, the competition, the future of your business or industry, the banking relationships, the financial data and projections. So all of these are small, short descriptions of each section of your business plan that will be into the executive summary. So it's like you're reading a small glimpse of your business, and then it will dive in more deeper based on these key areas of your business plan. So at the same time, it's all about studying, it's all about growing your business and experimenting. Become that mad scientist. Push the envelope, see what works, what doesn't work. So that's why if you have a business plan, make it, implement it. Does it work? Yes. Is it making you money? Yes. Go for it. Run with it. If it's not, let's reinvent the wheel. Let's adapt to it. Let's work on it. So like that, it's an ever going cycle, but at the same time, at the end of the day, you want to make money. That is the purpose of the business plan. So you could have that strategy in place for the growth to succeed. And then essentially, this is where the executive summary will be answering these questions. Once again, what product or service your business provides? How does it fill your customer need? What's the competitive advantage, if any, does your product or service have? Who are your target customers? What goals do you have for your company? And last but not least, how much money of a loan from a loan or investor you will use it for. So I'm gonna leave this right here as pretty much the last bullet points for the executive summary. But once again, I want to thank you all for attending today's webinar. I'm going to open up the chat. If you have any questions, concerns, anything, I'm more than happy to answer it for you as well. Okay. So I have some questions here. In regards to, do you have legal consultants that can help understanding if my business require any special license? We have startup consultants that can assist you based on your what licensing you need for your business entity. We don't provide legal or full accounting assistance. I could send you an email with the referral list, but we have consultants that will assist you based on these are some permits that you might need or licensing in the city, county, or industry that you're in. Okay, so I will tap up my email in the chat, and we'll be more happy to connect you. Yeah, so you'll be getting the slides from this presentation along with the recording. I use a ghost kitchen in Northwest and I live in Southwest. Do I analyze both areas? Well, in regards of the ghost kitchen, who are your clients? You know, like, is it more catering? Is it, where do you focus more of your clients? Then by having a good understanding of where your clients are located, then right there, you have a full understanding how you're able to grow that marketplace. How to present financials when they're all forecasting a future? Well, are you generating any sales? So ideally, if you have at least sales for 6 months, right there, you're able to forecast what you're for for the next 6 months of the year. And then if you have a full 2 years of financials, then right there you're able to see the highs and lows of the business. So you could have a full story of the historical sales in terms of when is the peak season. Not yet. Well, you could definitely have some projections, but at least of be conservative at the same time based on those projections. Is there a specific plan? It's always a good time to create a business plan, because if you're not, if you have everything in your head, so having on paper, that's where you're able to start implementing some of the ideas. It's that roadmap. You know, like I could, so it's just like if anyone could say, Jesus, you have to start working out or start lifting weights. Yeah, that's perfect. But in order for me to start working out, I have to start going to the gym first or eating healthy. So by having a good roadmap for you and having the discipline to take all your ideas and put on paper, that's how you're able to start having that concrete as this is what's working, what's not working, and start experimenting. So like I said, it's just like on this slide, my previous slide right here. Is it working? Yes or no? Then let's start reinventing the wheel.
And it's also important to mention that it's, your business plan evolves over time. So, at the beginning, maybe when you're a startup, it looks different than in 3 years. So it's always good to go back and update and reflect any changes that has happened over the years. So
Yeah, it's like how I said, like at first, like what were your business plans in 2019? You were thinking of, I'm about to hit $2 million and these are my new markets, and then look what happened in 2020. So you have to revamp and pivot for new markets because perhaps that market no longer exists. So that's where you're able to start adapting towards the ecosystem and those potential clients. Is there a specific platform or template to use a business plan? We do have some templates, but at the same time, no two businesses, no two industries are the same. So having this roadmap based on the key questions, that's where you're able to start incorporating the your business plan. Okay. Is it acceptable to take a loan under our names to purchase business equipment while we start building business credit? I'm not a business consultant on in regards of access to capital. That's something you could definitely ask your our business consultants in the realm of access to capital, that he'll be able to assist you and guide you through that process. But it's always good to start building business credit, so that you're not commingling both sides of your personal finance with your business finances. Due to the pandemic, we have zero income for last year. So how can we show that? That's when you have to start talking about the story, based on how the industry was affected. At the same time, new markets, or what are you doing to go to that marketplace where you could find your potential customers? It's just like, think of it like a fisherman. If I'm fishing at this lake and I never catch any bites, I'm not gonna be fishing there. Let me start moving my boat to another lake where the big fishes are biting. But what am I gonna do? Like, is it based on the baits? Is it more the reels? Is it more the hooks? What am I doing? What am I not doing that other fishermen are doing that getting the 16-pound basses? Okay. I think I don't have any more questions. But like I said, I want to thank Gina for the opportunity for allowing me to present today. But at the same time, I want to thank you, everyone that took your time to be part of this informative, interactive. Definitely love the questions, the engagement. It was really fun. But like I said, we serve as strangers, we leaving as family. And we'll be more than happy to guide you with the next steps of your business venture. Okay, I have a few questions here. Okay, what steps can you take as a business if you're ready to take it to the next level? Perfect. Register to meet with our colleagues from Miami-Dade Chamber of Commerce. They'll be able to give you that roadmap, the checklist, what you need, don't need to take your business to the next level. What are your goals for 24? So think of it like you're buying 15 months for the price of 12. Start implementing your 2024 goals now. Like that, you're able to have a good stronghold, a good footing, a good head start against your competitors. Okay. Yes, in the chat, my colleague Diana also put the link. And I'm gonna put it again, so you could definitely have it as well. Okay. In regards of the legal structure, okay, what type of business is it? What's your business entity? Is it sole proprietor, an LLC? Is it a corporation? Having a good understanding based on what is your legal structure, like that will be able to assist you if you don't have a business yet and you want to start your business. We have consultants that can also assist you with the incorporation, the EIN, the licensing permits that is needed for your business needs. Because once again, no two businesses, no two industries are the same. Just like people, no two people are the same. So one will be work best for an LLC versus a corporation or vice versa. So we have consultants that can assist you on that side as well. Okay, let me see. Can this business plan be used as a new sales agent in real estate? Yes. Yes, this is a business plan that you could incorporate in all different facets. So you could have a game plan for your business needs. As a new sales agent, it could be, these are my goals for the next 2 years. Yeah, these are the type of clientels I want to market to. What are you going to do to market your services to the clientels that you want to go to? And that's how you're able to gain the traction. And who are the key players in that industry, in the marketplace that you want to cater to, that segment? So that you have an idea and how you could collaborate and at the same time work together in that place. I have a nonprofit museum and I'm finding challenges with understanding the finances of the business plan. Yeah, we have nonprofit is outside the scope of our services, but shoot me an email and I'll be able to connect you with some of our colleagues that focus on nonprofits in regards of the financial on the financial side of a business plan. So shoot me an email once again, and I'll be able to connect you with my colleagues. Is there a consultant that can assist a medical clinic? We have our team works with all businesses within the thresholds that it's to grow, but obviously there's some areas that we cannot work with if it's marijuana, crypto, adult entertainment, because it's a federal funded program. But medical clinic, what type of medical clinic is it? And what type of area in need are you seeking assistance in that medical clinic? Is it marketing, capital, HR? What is it? And like that, we'll be able to connect you with the appropriate consultants to the best of our ability for the inquiry that you're seeking. And then I got a good comment, which is pretty good. Thank you so much for all the shared knowledge. Can't wait for the next webinar. That's fantastic because it is the 19th of September. So definitely encourage you to register. I'll, once I get the video file, I'll be more than happy to provide you some of our coming events. That definitely encourage you to register. Like I said, knowledge is power. This is a good opportunity for you to get those tools to continue growing your business for the next step and level for your needs. So, so I want to thank you all for attending today's webinar. Gina, do you have any final thoughts?
No, I would encourage entrepreneurs to reach out to the Navigator consultants, that provide them assistance to grow their business. So
perfect. And like I said, I'm excited. For disclosure, I love marketing. I have a marketing background, but I cannot wait to attend the Elevate Your Marketing with AI. So I'm so stoked. I will be there. So definitely encourage everyone to be there as well. But like I said, I want to thank Gina for allowing me to present today. But at the same time, I want to thank you all for attending today's webinar.
You
and
did
I'm
great.
looking forward speaking to you soon. Can you drop a link to schedule with the consultants? Yes, Gabriela. Yes. Just give me 1 second. There you go. That, and also I want to thank Diana as well for being the mastermind of today's webinar. So none of this would be possible without her. So thank you, Diana. As always, you're the rock star. So thank you all. And I'll see you next next week. Thank you all.